Hey, what's up, Grainger? James with Rowe-Thrush here at the 2026 Grainger Show in the Ballymore Group booth. Actually, booths. They have their Ballymore Safety Products booth 811 as well as Valleycraft 815, and they also have a demo booth that we're going to go over and see some of the cool new products that they have over there. Before we do all of that, hey, Matt Burns, how's it going?
Good. Nice to see you, James.
Yeah, good to see you again too. So how's the show been so far for you?
It's been excellent for us so far. A lot of really good activity, both with the Grainger sellers and with their customers coming by, interested in product, wanting to learn more, and yeah, just lots of opportunity around.
Yeah, so we're day 3. This is a little bit after lunch, so it's gotten a little slow. We figure that's a great time to come to your booth because every time we come by, you guys are busy. You got lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, we've got 7 people here, and the 7 of us have been busy this entire time. It's been a fantastic show. So yeah, no complaints from our end.
So Ballymore Group, tell us a little bit about what that means. You know, like you guys have acquired a lot of brands, so why don't we talk a little bit about the brands and some of the types of products that they have, and then we'll go through the booth.
Ballymore Safety Products, right, originally started off as Ballymore Rolling Ladders, and that's what we were known for 60 plus years, rolling ladders. Over the course of the early 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s, we've picked up a lot of material handling equipment and also other vertical access equipment like scissor lifts and vertical mass lifts, order picking lifts, that kind of thing. And then in 2021, we kind of began some aggressive expansion, and we acquired Triarch, who was one of our main competitors in the rolling ladder business. So it consolidated some of that rolling ladder business over.
Funny thing about that is we repped Triarch before, and Ballymore was a competitor to us, but when Ballymore acquired Triarch, you guys were kind of feeling us out and you're like, we don't know if we want you to handle Ballymore, but you were impressed with what we were doing with Triarch, so you guys said, yeah, take over the Ballymore for us too, and help us out.
Yeah, so. And it's been really good for Ballymore brand too, since we've kind of joined up with the Triarch team and with Rowe-Thrush. Then in early 2023, we expanded to lift tables, and you'll see some tilters and rotating top lift tables that we've got here. And that was through an acquisition called Lift Products Inc. out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, with manufacturing in Waupun, Wisconsin. Fast forward another year, we actually acquired a service company, so DOC Services. They're a national self-performing service company with techs in all 50 states. It's been a really great partnership for us, really great acquisition for us. They're well equipped to service all of our equipment nationwide. A year after that, we're hitting some of our more recent acquisitions. So in April of 2025, we acquired Valleycraft, and Valleycraft helped expand not just our material handling equipment offering with drum handling and self-dumping hoppers and things like that, but also sort of helped us bridge out into cabinetry, so organization and storage, that sort of play. And it's just been really excellent. They're based out of Lake City, Minnesota, so another US-based manufacturing company. It's been really helpful in this tariff climate that we've been seeing recently. Yeah. And then again in 2025, our very most recent has been another US-based manufacturing company out of Tatamy, Pennsylvania, called Equipto. Equipto does some more of that storage and organization, some workbenches, but they also do pallet racking. They do large crossovers, conveyor crossovers, to help people get around their warehouses and get over top of the equipment in their warehouses and their manufacturing facilities. And they also have this really cool mobile aisle system, right? So it's a very space-saving solution where you can store product and have the aisles kind of shift down along, like archive storage you might have seen in a library or something like that back in your college days, but for large, heavy warehouse product. So really cool acquisitions we've been making, but that's what James means when he says Ballymore Group. We've got a lot underneath us now. Let's
go through some of the products. We're not going to go through everything because there's just so much. So this is a Valleycraft product. What is this?
Yeah, so this is just a drum lift and transporter. It also has a rotating function. So this is for handling 55-gallon drums around your facility. Battery-powered, electric, and hydraulic lift. Very simple. You push and pull it around the facility, but other than that, raise and lower, rotate, help you safely and efficiently move drums around your facility.
And the key word, safely. Yeah. You're not manually lifting it. You don't have to worry about getting shoulder, back injuries, anything like that. You also have lift products. So this is just one example of one of those products.
Yeah, so like James said, this is a Lift Products Inc. one out of Waupun, Wisconsin. This is a tilter, and so this is actually meant for just expressing work out towards you. And so making sure that your work is positioned in the most ergonomic way so that you're not straining your back as you're bending over to pick parts out of a bin or maybe to work on a panel that you're doing some assembly on. Variety of sizes that we can offer this in, capacities, sky's the limit. There's a lot of customization possible.
So this acquisition, it just kind of hit me just now as you're talking about it. This tells me a lot of help with ergonomics. Is this something that when you guys came out with your Ergo Valuator, when you came out with that, that made you go, maybe this is something else that we should look at?
What James is talking about is we have this safety evaluation service, right, where we can take a 5 to 10 second clip filming you doing whatever the most straining or stressful part of a work task is, and it will automatically kind of light you up and show you what your likelihood of injury is. We can then take those video assessments and apply products like this tilter or like some of the other lift tables from Lift Products Inc. to figure out what is the most optimal solution to eliminate that risk of strain, of sprain, of musculoskeletal disorder, that sort of thing.
Excellent. And actually, if you come right on over here, you'll actually see a diagram of what the Ergo Valuator will do. So here you see a gentleman bending down to pick up, I was going to say it looks kind of familiar, but you see the red bars. That shows that that is not safe for him to do. But using a ball transfer table from Ballymore, the table itself lifts the product up, you're standing there and moving it over onto the crate or the table, wherever your work surface is. So a lot safer and easier to use.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this product here as well. We may want to swivel it around maybe.
Yeah,
possibly.
Let's see if we can get it moved out here, show it off a little bit better. So this is a new one for us in the Grainger catalog. This is one of our electric pallet jacks. So this is a lithium powered pallet jack. It has a powered drive, so forward and reverse with these butterfly thumb controls up here. It also has powered lift and lower. And we have models now in the Grainger catalog that are 3,300 pound capacity, 4,400 pound capacity, 21-inch wide across the forks and 27-inch wide across the forks. And those are, those hit your standard pallet needs, pallet handling needs. But again, this is a play for both safety and efficiency, right? So when you're moving large, heavy loads on pallets, there's a lot of strain involved in building up that momentum to get the product moving. This takes all of that strain out of the equation because the powered drive motor is doing all of the work for you. Likewise, you're not sitting there and pumping and wearing out your joints over time to get that product lifted up because the lift motor is taking care of that work for you. And the other thing that people don't think about that's a huge safety improvement is these have automatic electromagnetic braking. So when I stop, it stops. If you've got a heavy load on a manual pallet jack that
it'll
you're dragging
keep on
along,
rolling.
that momentum's going to keep it moving whether or not you want it to. You have to really put some effort behind stopping it.
When I was younger, I worked in a grocery store and we did pallet jacks and we were moving groceries all the time, and I know exactly what that is. I've actually had my feet, not run over, but definitely hit by pallet jacks. So I know what it feels like. So that's a really cool safety feature too.
I think you were also telling me that you used to use the manual pallet jacks as skateboards?
No, I would never do anything unsafe.
Another nice thing is that electromagnetic brake is going to keep me from using this as a skateboard. So eliminate some safety risk there as well.
It's powered, so you can ride it. We have a lift table over here. We're just flying through this because there's so much in this booth.
Yeah.
It's got a 360-degree rotating table to it. Lifts 3,000 pounds, it looks like.
Yep, up to 3,500 for these rotating top models. But with Lift Products, the sky's the limit. We have standard tables at 12,000 pounds. We've done 20, we've done 30. Whatever lifting application you have, take it to us. We'll see what we can do.
All right, now let's go on over to the demo booth real quick.
Here there's just more variety of drum handling equipment. This here is a powered motorized drum dolly. So that'll automatically latch onto a drum, you lean it back, and then there's a throttle there and a drive motor to help you drive that unit around so you're not straining as you're pushing and pulling. This here is actually the same type of product that we saw way back at the beginning in the other booth, powered lift and rotate and all of that, but this also has a powered drive unit behind it. So just like that powered pallet jack we were looking at over there, very similar drive style. That again just eliminates the strain of having to actually manually push and pull the unit around. And this here is a drum dumper. Pretty simple product, but very efficient at what it does. Drop your drum in there, position that bar to lock it down.
Hold it.
Press the power button and it's gonna tilt that all the way backwards and dump that drum for you. This is a very popular product line for us in Grainger. This is one of our scissor lifts. This here is the 19C, so it's a 19-foot platform height, and it's compact enough actually that when it's fully collapsed, it can fit through a standard commercial doorway. It's only 83 inches tall. So that's what sets this one apart, but we have a full line of scissor lifts active with Grainger, all the way from 10 and 12-foot pushable units up to 45-foot drivable units.
And I have to say, I get requests all the time for converting over other competitors to a Ballymore scissor lift, and this is the one that I get the most requests for. High demand unit that you guys make.
Yeah.
This is another popular item. This was what we were talking about with the Ergo Valuator. This is a really popular item. You can see the balls are down currently. This box, I mean, if I push hard enough, it'll move. If I push lightly, it doesn't. He's gonna push the button to raise the balls up. And look at that. It nicely, quickly, and easily, you can slide it off onto the shelf or wherever you want to put it. Raises and lowers. What's the load capacity on this unit?
This has a 500-pound load capacity. It'll go down to 6.5 inches, which is just a little bit above pallet height, so really good for working on and sliding on and off of pallets, and all the way up to 6 feet for those upper shelves.
I forgot the best feature of it too. The balls are up right now. If you start to lower or raise the unit, the balls actually lower down. That way the piece won't, the material will not move around. Thank you very much, Matt, for taking us through the Ballymore group booth that contains Ballymore safety products, lift products, Tri-Arc. You know, we got a little bit of everything when it comes to material handling. All of your customers will have some needs for these products. Thanks a lot, Grainger.
Yeah, thank you.